Bozeman, and of course I have the one weekend where everything is closed. Yeah. So it never fails. I don't get to go. I'm waiting and waiting for months and months and months to be able to be on the road. I finally get on the road, and it's Labor Day weekend. Yeah. So the consequences of that, in Yellowstone, I was not able to see the one thing I really wanted to see in there, Old Faithful Geyser. There were literally, and this is no joke, thousands of people there. There were no parking places, thousands of cars. I kid you not. I'm not talking 100 cars, 200 cars, 300 cars. No, thousands. So I didn't get to see Old Faithful. And then now coming through Bozeman, everything is closed because it's what? Labor Day. Yeah. So, you know, there are some places you would like to go in and see and look around, but of course, closed. So that's okay. We'll just keep going down the road and enjoying the scenery, because today is going to be a bust for actually going and looking in any stores or any type of things. They'll be closed because of Labor Day. Yeah. Mercy. So that's okay. You know, you go with the flow. It is what it is. And so there's no reason to get upset by it. It just is, it is what it is. And so that's it. Well, they got some sheds here which are really, really cute. You can make little tiny homes out of them. They had some in there that I'd never seen the designs of before, but they were really cute. You know, when I went and found my house, I really, really wanted a tiny house instead. But the problem with it is, you can't find a place where you can have one. Okay? Every place you looked, there was a restriction. They had to be a certain size. So tons of restrictions. So finding a place to put one, it winds up being as expensive as a big house, because you have to buy the land, you have to put in the sewers and all of the other things. By the time you finish, it's not any cheaper than a big house. My house was just as inexpensive as it would have been for a tiny house. Now you can find tiny house communities, but then you're on top of each other again. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't know why they make it so impossible to have a tiny home. Why is it that they insist that they are X amount of square feet? You know, twice what you want. You know, even in places that are unincorporated places, way out in the sticks, you still can't have a tiny house. I saw one place where people had bought these places, and they had tiny structures on them. They had to take them all out when they bought it, they came and inspected it and said, oh God, no, 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 you cannot have those here. That's illegal. They had to tear it all down. Yep. Had to tear everything down. And there was another one. The guy had bought the land. He built this structure. It was a little bit over his land. His, just a tiny bit over his boundary. Had to tear it all down. He built this all by hand, this log cabin. He lit it on fire. He had to burn it all down. He wasn't allowed to have it. And it was just minimally over the edge where they, you know, he didn't measure it quite right. And I mean, it was minuscule, but it had to go. So depressing, something like that. And then people buy land, and again, you know, they want to have certain things on it, and they say no. If you buy land and you want to have your vehicle on it, you have a motorhome or something, and you think you're going to buy land and be able to use it, no, there are restrictions. You can use it X amount of months out of the year, and that's it. So yeah, it's just crazy, all the restrictions they put on people, what you can and cannot do. And that's one reason why I never, ever, ever will buy in an HOA development. They tell you what color you can paint your house, what kind of plants you have to have in front of it, and where you can park, where you can't park. I just like never, ever, ever would I buy in a HOA. Now they're having HOA problems in Florida that it's just insane what's happening with it. So let's see, we are going, I think we will go, is that west to Butte? I can either choose to go east, or is this north? Where are we going? No, it says west to Butte, Montana, or Billings. I'm going to go to Butte. Okay. Not that it makes much difference. I haven't been to either of them. Well, Butte's that way. I'm not going to turn that way. I'm going to continue to go north. Why? I don't know. Just because. Doesn't really matter what direction I go. I don't have a goal in mind. I don't have a place that I want to be, that I have to be. This is just going to someplace I haven't seen and enjoying the scenery. So, we're going to continue to go north. And why not? I have no idea where we're going to wind up. I can't believe every little town you go through, they have cannabis. Every single town, it doesn't matter how small it is, will be selling it somewhere. Now, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't toke the toke, I don't do any of it because I want my mind clear. Now, I have a friend that's a big deadhead. Still is a big deadhead. And she tokes the toke every day. She toked the toke since the 70s. Ever since I've known her. And now, she can't breathe. Yeah. She can't breathe. She's got to be on oxygen now. So people think that the cannabis is better for you than drinking alcohol. But alcohol pickles your brains. You can either pickle your brain or you can ruin your lungs. Take your choice. Neither is good. Now, I can see people using cannabis. Don't get me wrong. Don't jump down my throat. If they have cancer and they're in a lot of pain, and I understand it does, not the smoking, but something in it aids, what was it, something that kids have, I forget what it is right now, but there is something that it can help. But I forget what the difficulty the kids have, and there is something that chemical that's in it can help those kids. Now, if it's used for something medical, that's understandable. But to just sit there and toke to toke because you're running away from something, you want to get high, you want to, whatever, you wind up just having medical issues down the road. So yeah, I don't get that. Now, even in the 70s, I wasn't doing that because to me, it just felt like it burns your lungs. Just made me sleepy. That's it. It looks like I'm kind of running out of road out here. So it looks like we're going to go back that way and pick another direction. We'll see. Yeah, I may have to go back the other way and take another road. This is wound up going in just these little communities here. Yep, I ran out of road there, so. Now they got all these townhouses out here, that's what I'm seeing. Bunch of townhouses. They all look alike. Reminds me of that song, Little Boxes on the Hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, and they all look just the same. That puppy out here by himself. No collar. I hate to see that. Someone out walking their little poodle dog. Looks like Raj, my little poodle I had. Rajmont. wouldn't like to live in this community. Not my thing. So onward we go. I could pull out a map and look and see where I'm actually at in the world here. Try to figure where I want to go. Do I want to go out west? Or do I want to go east and check out things that direction? Should find somewhere that I've got internet and just stop for a few minutes, pay my bills. I do it on the 1st, make sure it's done. So I'm going to do that today sometime, if I can just find a good place with internet. Oh, Mr. Mickey. Yeah, you sound tough, Mr. Mickey. Got a big train up here that's going, so yep. So on that note, I'm just going to leave that here for a minute and just try to figure out where do I want to go. So I really don't have a specific place in mind. I don't have a agenda at this moment. I don't have to be right back in Las Cruces in the next day or two. So, yeah, no idea. I don't know. Oh. Now, like I said, on the way down here, going through Montana, through those hills and mountains, it was beautiful. Tons of places for camping, etc. But again, there is no internet, so I cannot do what I need to do. I can't upload. I know people are waiting to see what's going on, and when I'm not online, they get worried. So while all those places are beautiful, if you've got a YouTube community and stuff, you just can't just stop and do that, because then I don't want to make people nervous and worried, etc., that something's wrong. So it does put some restrictions on what you do and what you don't do. See, if I had no YouTube at all, then, I'd probably take off and just do a lot of those back road places. Because it wouldn't matter at that point, if I had internet or not. But when you're doing YouTube, that's one consideration you have. And that's just, that's the lay of the land. That's the way it is. Is that tickets? Very odd name of people playing. I don't know where some of these bands come up with this name. They must be, yeah, they're showing a lot of liquor and I don't know. Guy, 4 flags on his car. You think that's enough? Junction of 90. Now 90, Interstate 90, I'm gonna go west. Isn't that the one that goes through Washington? I have to look and see, look at the map and see. It might be the one that goes through western Washington up through the mountain there. But I could be wrong, I'm not up on all the maps and etc. So we're on the freeway. We're going to go west a bit and see what we see. Now, you know me, I'm not big for freeways. So I'll probably get to one of these towns and then look at a map and try to figure out a place. And then get the back roads, if possible. That's what I'm thinking I might do. Yep. Summer rodeos. For 3 months of the year they have the rodeos. This here, I've yammered on long enough. See if I can get some of this stuff put up, and we're just going to keep going down the road and see what we see. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you online.